movies are still being released in summer, whether it's Deadpool saving the multiverse or Minions back at it again, and I'm here to guide you on what movies are coming out in theaters for the month of July. And I figured, hey, since we're in summer, let's try to fit the theme here just a little bit, shall we? All right, much better. Let's continue on, shall we? Hey guys, it's Peter Montana. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I review movies on a daily basis. And I'm so glad to be here to bring a second installment of all the movies being released each month. Now we're in July 2024, so I'm looking forward to talk about all the movies being released in theaters. So please leave a like on this video, comment down below what movies you're looking forward to, and please subscribe to the channel. I put a lot of work into my videos, so your support would definitely mean a lot. And for any movies I forgot to mention, leave a comment down below. I want to make sure that everyone is aware of what movies are being released in theaters. I'm not going to mention anything within streaming, so please let me know. Let's make sure that everyone is aware. So I say we start with the month of July with July 3rd, and that is Despicable Me 4. That's right, we have a fourth entry in this franchise by Illumination and Universal. And the plot of the movie is Gru and the family welcomed a new member to the family, Gru Jr., who is intent on tormenting his dad. Gru faces a new nemesis named Maximilima, I'm not even gonna pronounce that correctly, and his girlfriend Valentina, and the family is forced to go on the run. And most of the voice casts are returning for this installment, so I guess you're gonna hear some familiar voices and some new additions as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the Despicable Me franchise. I really enjoyed the first and second ones. I think after that, the spin-off movies have been kind of just weak sauce, or more just like a marketing machine for the Minions, because of course everybody knows who the freaking Minions are. So I guess they're gonna be invading our summer season, which hey, I guess it's fine for the kids. And if you're someone who has kids and, you know, as a parent, might be a good time to take your kids out to go see Despicable Me 4. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun time at the theaters. I've been hearing some mixed reviews, but I think it's really gonna be well for the kids instead of for the adults. And by the time I post this video, it may be late July 2nd or early morning July 3rd, which by then the movie's already out. So if you guys watch Despicable Me 4, leave your review in the comment section down below, because I'm not posting a review for that movie. I'm just not a really big fan of, you know, Despicable Me regardless. So hey, let me know if you guys watch it or if you guys are planning on watching it as well. And come to think of it, this movie might make $1 billion at the box office. I mean, Inside Out 2 already broke $1 billion, so who's to say that another animated movie might hit that mark, considering the franchise is well known. And moving on to July 5th, we have Maxine. This is a direct sequel to X, directed by Ty West. And if you guys watched the movies beforehand, they are pretty exceptional. I really enjoy Ty West's movies, and I thought he did a great job of X and the prequel to X, which was Pearl, all starring Mia Goth. And Mia Goth returns in this iteration as Maxine Minx, who survived the massacre in Texas and continues to pursue her dreams of becoming a famous actress, all while invading the Night Stalker in 1985 in Los Angeles. And the cast here is pretty damn stacked. We have Kevin Bacon, Lily Collins, Halsey, Elizabeth Debicki. I mean, there's a whole lot of people in this movie. And I'm actually looking forward to Maxine, considering that X and Pearl were pretty damn good. So of course, who doesn't like to see a good slasher movie in the summer? And of course, being involved in the Ty West, I guess, trilogy that we're gonna have here. I know he plans on making more movies regarding this franchise, so I'm curious of where it's gonna go and see whether or not Maxine Minx is gonna be an actress or probably killed by the end of the movie. I mean, there's a lot of mystery here, and I think the trailer itself is pretty damn spectacular. So, and this is A24, so no surprise here that they do make some banger horror movies. So yeah, that is Maxine, coming out July 5th. Sticking with horror movies, on July 12th we have Longlegs. This movie is directed by Oz Perkins, who is known for making nightmares come to life, in this creepy movie that I am actually really looking forward to, starring Nicolas Cage and Micah Monroe. And the plot of the movie is, in the 1990s, a new FBI agent named Lee Hawker was assigned to an unsolved case involving a satanic serial killer known as Longlegs. As the investigation becomes more complicated with an occult evidence uncovered, Hawker realizes a personal link to the killer and must act quickly to prevent another family murder. So earlier this year, I've been following this movie non-stop of all its interesting teasers and messages being involved. It's gonna have that creepy, insane ambience that I really look forward to. It's gonna be one of those horror movies that's gonna have a really interesting mystery being involved and being unwrapped. And I gotta tell you, man, like, this just looks really good. It's really creepy, definitely crawls right into your skin in the worst way possible. And we haven't seen much of Nicolas Cage playing this Longlegs killer, but I can't wait to see what he's gonna bring out here, because you guys know Nicolas Cage is just known for just getting into character. Yeah, this actor right here, he's gonna be haunting you this summer, so definitely look forward to Longlegs, and hopefully Nicolas Cage doesn't appear in your dreams. I mean, he appears in most of my videos, so hopefully I don't look at him differently after watching Longlegs, so we'll have to wait and see. And if you guys don't like horror movies, well, guess what? We have a rom-com releasing on July 12th, and that is Fly Me to the Moon, starring Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson. This movie is being directed by Greg Berlanti. Oh, okay, that Greg Berlanti. Yeah, the guy who's been involved in so many of your favorite TV shows, whether it's Dawson Creek, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and pretty much creating the DC Arrowverse on CW. He was involved in so many shows like The Flash and Arrow. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see Greg here direct a rom-com, especially starring two big actors right here. And the plot of this movie is, during the 1960s space race between the United States and the Soviet Union, a relationship develops between a NASA director in charge of the Apollo 11 launch and the marketing specialist brought in to fix NASA's public image and stage a backup fake moon landing. Oh boy, here comes all the conspiracy theorists. Please leave a comment whether or not you think the moon landing is fake or real. But regardless, the movie itself looks pretty good. I feel like I've seen this trailer way too many times every time I go to the movie theater. So I think it's gonna maybe do well at the box office. And of course, who doesn't like a good rom-com movie, especially with two great actors here? I mean, I might ask my wife if she wants to go see it, so it might be a good date night movie. And if you guys are into horror movies, well, hey, guess what? Now you have a rom-com coming out in summer, so hey, give some love and support to the movie. It may be a good time, might do well. I did hear that the review embargo for this movie is coming out shortly, so it may determine whether or not you may or may not watch this movie, depending if critics actually enjoyed Fly Me to the Moon. But hey, we're just gonna have to wait and see what they say. Let me know in the comments down below if you're looking forward to Fly Me to the Moon. Moving on to July 19th, a movie that I'm definitely looking forward to, and that is Twisters. Oh baby, I'm so hyped for this movie. And the plot of this movie is centered on a pair of storm chasers who risk their lives in an attempt to test an experimental weather alert system. This movie is a standalone sequel to the original Twister movie that came out in 1996. And the cast here is pretty damn stacked. We have Daisy Edgar Jones, Glenn Powell, who has been having an amazing year so far. Some people are even calling it the Glenn Powell summer, which hey, I'm all for it. This movie also stars Anthony Ramos, Brandon Pereira, and David Cornsweet, who is our new Superman for a new DC universe that's coming out next year. So actually a pretty damn good cast, and I'm actually looking forward to this movie. I did love the original Twister movie that came out in '96. My dad has watched that movie many times with me, so this is no surprise that, yeah, I gotta watch this movie for sure. And I feel like around that time period, I feel like natural disaster movies were very entertaining, and I feel like now the new ones haven't been really hitting that mark, so I'm really hoping Twisters makes a big difference here. And for everybody watching at Universal Studios, please do me a favor and make a new Twister ride at Universal Studios Orlando. I do miss the original one when I went as a kid. I think it's about time we make an updated Twister ride. Come on, let's do it for the fans, man. Do it for us, the movie lovers, please. It would definitely mean a lot. But regardless, I'm looking forward to Twisters. I think it's a fun natural disaster movie. I think it's gonna do really well at the box office, and with a cast like this, there should be no wrongdoing here. So yeah, definitely look forward to Twisters on July 19th. Moving on to July 26th, there's a big movie coming out this day, and before I mention that movie, I gotta mention one movie that's being released on the 26th, and that is Dee Dee. This coming-of-age comedy drama is directed by Sean Wang, following a 13-year-old Taiwanese American boy who learns how to skate, flirt, and love his mother. And this 13-year-old boy is played played by Isaac Wang. So I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first saw this trailer, I actually really enjoyed the direction it was going towards. It was set in 2008, where at the time, the internet was kind of exploding just a bit, right? Like YouTube was getting really popular, people were learning how to watch tutorials online and learn certain things, and I think it's pretty interesting to see a young boy kind of grow up with the internet. And I feel like this movie is going to deal with a lot of heavy themes, whether it's trying to find acceptance within your family, making new friends, talking to girls or people that you like. I mean, I just really enjoyed this trailer. I think it's gonna be a really good one for sure. So yeah, I definitely had to mention Dee Dee. It might capture some people's attentions if they don't want to watch a superhero movie that's also coming out that day. And I think it's important for indie movies like this to give some recognition in the summer season. So yeah, definitely look forward to Dee Dee. That's coming out on July 26th. And of course, I gotta save the best for last here, which of course is the most popular movie that's being released this year, and that is Deadpool and Wolverine. This movie is directed by Sean Levy, who is known for doing work on Stranger Things and other memorable films, including Free Guy, that also starred Ryan Reynolds. And of course, Ryan Reynolds is back as the Merc with the Mouth, and Hugh Jackman returns as Wolverine. So of course there's a lot of hype within this movie. And look, it's kind of hard to find a synopsis for this movie, so I'm just gonna read a Deadpool-centric synopsis that they released from Disney. So just take my word for it. I'll even post it right here. Marvel Studios presents their most significant mistake to date, Deadpool and Wolverine. A listless Wade Wilson toils away in civilian life. His days as the morally flexible mercenary Deadpool are behind him. When his homeworld faces an existential threat, Wade must reluctantly suit up again with an even more reluctanter? That's really what it says right here. He must convince a reluctant Wolverine to fuck. Synopses are so fucking stupid. Yeah, that's literally the synopsis of this movie. I'm gonna post it even right here so you guys know that I'm not bluffing. But that's what you're gonna get with Deadpool and Wolverine. You're gonna have that classic Deadpool humor, and it's gonna be rated R, which will be the first R-rated Marvel movie being released under Marvel Studios. So yeah, this movie has a lot of hype, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one. And look, coming from a guy who loves Marvel movies, I feel like the past few Marvel movies and TV shows on Disney Plus haven't been really been the best. I feel like this franchise has kind of lost its track just a little bit. So I'm hoping here this is kind of like the return of Marvel form that everyone's been looking forward to. And I know this movie is going to deal with a lot of surprises and a lot of multiverse shenanigans. So the marketing for this movie has been exceptional, but also very tight-lipped. So details are still under wrap on what the story might actually be. All we know for sure is that Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds is still the amazing Deadpool, and I'm sure the dynamic is gonna be very, very hilarious. And considering this movie has a lot of hype, the pre-sales for this movie has been insane. I mean, like, a lot of seats are already sold out for premium seating, and I'm sure all the movie theaters are about to be flooded with Marvel fans here. So yeah, we're looking at maybe a possible billion-dollar movie here. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, probably good luck, or definitely check some other theaters that may have some other seats available for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'll definitely have my review for this movie, and I'll definitely have a spoiler review as well for this channel. So definitely subscribe if you haven't yet, because I cannot wait to talk about all the spoiler goodness in Deadpool and Wolverine. And before I end this video, I have to mention some re-releases being released in July. Two really important movies that made history back then, and one of them is Seven Samurai being released on July 5th, and then famous The Lion King being released on July 12th. So of course both movies have great history. I mean, Seven Samurai really inspired so many other amazing movies, and of course, who doesn't love The Lion King? That was a Disney classic. I mean, that movie has gone on through so many generations that everyone knows The Lion King. So yeah, definitely look forward to those re-releases as well. And that concludes this video for all the movies being released in theaters for the month of July 2024. So if you guys find this video informative, please like this video, subscribe as well, because of course I review movies on a weekly basis and bring up videos like this to keep you guys informed. Before you go, leave a comment down below what movies you're looking forward to in the month of July. So give me like a favorite one, or maybe even a top 3 of what movies you're anticipating to see at the theaters. So anyway guys, that's gonna do it for me. So have a great week, enjoy your 4th of July, enjoy your summer as well. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.